The average American needs $4,580 a month just to cover the basics. Rent, food, utilities, insurance, transportation, healthcare. $4,580. That is the national number. In some cities in Texas, you cover all of that, every last dollar of it, with less than half. $2,000 a month. No roommates, no side hustles, no skipping meals. And in a few of these cities, you still have money left over at the end of the month. But here is what nobody puts in the headline. Texas has no state income tax. You have heard that 100 times. Here's the part they leave out. Property taxes in Texas are the 6th highest in America. Average rate, 1.8%. On a $200,000 home, that is $300 a month before you turn on a single light. Homeowners insurance hit an average of $3,291 a year in 2024. That number is projected to climb another 8% in 2026 and 8% again in 2027, according to Cotality. And a summer electric bill in Texas can blow past $300 because the air conditioning never stops. Every budget in this video includes property taxes. Every budget includes insurance. Every budget includes the July electric bill. Because if the math only works when you ignore the fine print, it does not work at all. These are 10 Texas cities where $2,000 a month is not just enough, it is comfortable. Real numbers, real trade-offs. Starting with number 10. Before we get into the list, here is why this matters. Texas added 391,000 new residents last year, more than any other state. But most head straight for Austin, Dallas, and Houston, where the cost of living has already exploded. Austin requires $3,500 a month, Dallas $3,200, Houston $2,800. Meanwhile, Texas has 254 counties. State average rent is $1,113. National average is $2,016. That is a 45% gap. In our last video, we showed you 13 cities in Texas where the data says do not move. This video is the opposite. None of today's cities appeared in that video. These are the places where the numbers actually work. Each city gets a full budget breakdown and ratings in 5 categories: housing, healthcare, hidden costs, lifestyle, and overall value. And the city at number 1 might be the best value not just in Texas, in the entire country. Quick note, every budget assumes a single person or a couple. We used median rents, 2025 and 2026 utility data, and real grocery indexes. Your costs will vary based on lifestyle and health needs. These are realistic baselines, not guarantees. Welcome to Inside Texas. Number 10. Del Rio. Del Rio sits in southwest Texas on the Rio Grande, about 150 miles west of San Antonio. Population around 35,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $650 to $750. Median home price is near $170,000. Cost of living runs 21% below the national average. Budget: rent $700, utilities $150, groceries $275, insurance $20, transport $150, healthcare $75. Total $1,370. That leaves $630. What makes Del Rio special is Lake Amistad, 67,000 acres of clear water for swimming, fishing, and boating. Laughlin Air Force Base provides steady economic stability. And affordable healthcare is right across the border in Ciudad Acuña, where many residents get dental work and prescriptions at a fraction of U.S. prices. The trade-off. Del Rio is remote. San Antonio is 2.5 hours away. Valverde Regional Medical Center handles basics, but specialists mean a trip out. Summers push past 105 regularly. Del Rio works best for someone who values outdoor access and quiet living over city conveniences. Housing, 7. Healthcare, 4. Hidden costs, 8. Lifestyle, 5. Overall value, 6. Number 9. Corsicana. Corsicana is in Navarro County, about an hour south of Dallas on I-45. Population around 24,000. One-bedroom rent averages $750 to $850. Median home price is approximately $185,000. Cost of living sits 17% below the national average. Budget. Rent, $800. Utilities, $160. Groceries, $280. Insurance, $25. Transport, $150. Healthcare, $80. Total, $1,495. That leaves $505. What makes Corsicana interesting is proximity. 60 miles from Dallas. Navarro College is in town. The downtown is in the middle of a genuine revitalization. New restaurants and shops moving into century-old brick buildings. The trade-off. Job options locally are limited. If you are working age, you are probably commuting toward Dallas. Navarro Regional Hospital covers emergencies, but specialists mean a drive to Dallas or Temple. Corsicana works best for someone who wants small-town Texas with a major metro within striking distance. Housing, 7. Healthcare, 5. Hidden costs, 7. Lifestyle, 5. Overall value, 6. Number 8. Nacogdoches. Nacogdoches is the oldest town in Texas, founded in 1779. Most people have never heard of the oldest town in Texas. After this entry, you will not forget it. Deep in the piney woods of East Texas, about 140 miles north of Houston. Population around 33,000, boosted by Stephen F. Austin State University. One-bedroom rent outside student housing averages $700 to $800. Median home price near $180,000. Cost of living runs 18% below national. Budget. Rent, $750. Utilities, $155. Groceries, $270. Insurance, $20. Transport, $140. Healthcare, $75. Total, $1,360. That leaves $640. Nacogdoches has genuine character. Brick streets, historic buildings, a real downtown with local restaurants. The piney wood setting is beautiful. Tall pines, actual seasons, dogwood blooms in spring. The university keeps the town culturally active beyond its size. The trade-off. Deep East Texas means limited job market outside the university. Nacogdoches Medical Center handles basics, but major procedures mean driving to Lufkin or Tyler. Humidity in summer is brutal, sticky 95-degree East Texas, not dry West Texas heat. Nacogdoches works best for someone who wants affordability inside a town with real history and natural beauty. Housing, 8. Healthcare, 5. Hidden costs, 8. Lifestyle, 6. Overall value, 7. Number 7. Brownsville. Brownsville sits at the absolute southern tip of Texas, on the Mexican border, 45 minutes from South Padre Island. Population around 186,000. This is a real city. One-bedroom rent averages $850 to $900. Median home price is approximately $215,000. Cost of living is 19% below national, one of the cheapest metro areas in America. Budget. Rent, $875. Utilities, $175. Groceries, $260. Insurance, $25. Transport, $130. Healthcare, $65. Total, $1,530. That leaves $470. And that healthcare number drops further if you use cross-border medical services in Matamoros, where dental cleanings cost $25 and doctor visits run under $30. Brownsville has culture most budget towns cannot match. The Mexican-American heritage is deep and authentic. The food is outstanding. South Padre Island is a short drive, and the city has real infrastructure: hospitals, universities, shopping. The trade-off. Summers are long and humid. The economy ties heavily to trade and government, with median household income among the lowest in Texas. Houston is a 5-hour drive. Brownsville works best for someone who values culture, warmth, and beach access on a tight budget. Housing, 7. Healthcare, 6. Hidden costs, 7. Lifestyle, 7. Overall value, 7. Number 6. Abilene. Abilene sits in West Texas, about 150 miles west of Fort Worth. Population around 125,000. 3 universities: Abilene Christian, Hardin-Simmons, and McMurray. Dyess Air Force Base adds another layer of economic stability. 1-bedroom rent averages $850 to $950. Median home price around $195,000. Cost of living is 10% below national. Budget: rent $900, utilities $170, groceries $275, insurance $25, transport $145, healthcare $70. Total $1,585. That leaves $415. What sets Abilene apart at this price point is cultural life. The Grace Museum, the Paramount Theater, a growing downtown with real restaurants. 3 universities bring concerts, lectures, and events year-round. And the military base creates the kind of economic floor that towns without one simply do not have. The trade-off: West Texas, flat, dry, windy. Triple digits from June through August. Fort Worth is 2.5 hours east. Hendrick Health handles most needs, but complex cases go to Dallas or Lubbock. Abilene works best for someone who wants college town culture and military stability without a big city price tag. Housing, 7. Healthcare, 6. Hidden costs, 7. Lifestyle, 7. Overall value, 7. Those first 5 cities all fit inside a $2,000 budget, but let us be honest. Some of them ask for real compromises. Extreme heat, isolation, limited healthcare. The next 5 are different. These are cities where $2,000 a month does not just cover the bills, it buys a real life. And some of them are going to surprise you. If you are finding this useful, subscribe. This channel covers all of Texas, the places to run toward and the places to run from. Let us keep going. Number 5. Wichita Falls. Wichita Falls sits in North Texas, about 140 miles northwest of Dallas. Population around 105,000. A 2026 retirement living study ranked it the #1 best city to retire in all of Texas. #1 out of 31 cities analyzed. And when you see the budget, you will understand why. 1-bedroom rent averages $800 to $890. Median home price around $220,000. Cost of living runs 13% below national. Budget: rent $850, utilities $160, groceries $270, insurance $25, transport $140, healthcare $75. Total $1,520. That leaves $480. Shepherd Air Force Base trains more pilots than any other base in NATO. That military presence is an economic engine that keeps the local economy remarkably stable. The city has river trails, parks, and a downtown seeing real reinvestment. The trade-off: Tornado Alley. Severe weather is a concern April through June. Dallas is over 2 hours away. United Regional Healthcare System is solid, but specialized care often means a trip to Dallas. Winters bring genuine cold with ice storms. Wichita Falls works best for someone who wants military town stability and retirement-friendly infrastructure. Housing, 7. Healthcare, 7. Hidden costs, 7. Lifestyle, 6. Overall value, 8. Number 4. San Angelo. San Angelo sits in the heart of West Texas, where the 3 branches of the Concho River converge. Population around 100,000. Goodfellow Air Force Base is here. Angelo State University is here. And Lake Nasworthy is 15 minutes from downtown. 1-bedroom rent ranges from $700 to $850. Median home price is approximately $225,000. The cost of living is about 9% below the national average. Budget: rent $800, utilities $165, groceries $275, Insurance, $25. Transport, $145. Healthcare, $75. Total, $1,485. That leaves $515. What surprised me about San Angelo is the art scene. The San Angelo Museum of Fine Arts. A legitimate downtown with galleries, breweries, and restaurants along the Riverwalk. The Concho Riverwalk is beautiful, and it is not a tourist trap. It is where residents actually spend their time. Lake Nasworthy adds kayaking, fishing, and weekend lake life to a city where you would never expect it. The trade-off. San Angelo is West Texas remote. The nearest major city is either Abilene at 90 miles or San Antonio at over 200. Shannon Medical Center handles most healthcare needs, but if you need a cardiologist or an oncologist, you are driving. And the heat. Summers here regularly break 105. San Angelo works best for someone who wants a surprising amount of culture and outdoor life in a city that nobody is talking about yet. Housing 8 out of 10. Healthcare 6. Hidden costs 8. Lifestyle 7. Overall value 8. Number 3. El Paso. El Paso is the largest city on this list by a wide margin. Population around 680,000. It sits on the far western tip of Texas, closer to Los Angeles than to Houston. One-bedroom rent averages $890 to $956. Median home price around $220,000. Cost of living is 12% below national. Healthcare 6% below. And El Paso gets over 300 days of sunshine a year. That is not marketing. That is weather data. Budget. Rent $925. Utilities $175. Groceries $285. Insurance $30. Transport $150. Healthcare $70. Total $1,635. That leaves $365. Cross-border healthcare in Ciudad Juarez, which thousands of El Pasoans use regularly, drops that healthcare line dramatically. Fort Bliss is one of the largest military installations in the country. UTEP is here. The food scene rivals cities 3 times El Paso's price. The culture is genuinely binational. But none of these compare to the city at number 1. I ran the numbers 3 times because I did not believe them. It might be the best cost-to-value ratio in the entire United States, not just Texas. We will get there. The trade-off. El Paso is geographically isolated from the rest of Texas. Dallas is 9 hours. Houston is 11. Desert heat regularly hits 105. Healthcare is functional with University Medical Center and others, but does not match Houston or Dallas. El Paso works best for someone who wants a real city at a small town price and does not need to be close to the rest of Texas. Housing 7. Healthcare 7. Hidden costs 7. Lifestyle 8. Overall value 8. Number 2. McAllen. McAllen sits at the very bottom of Texas in the Rio Grande Valley. Population around 148,000, anchoring a metro of over 900,000. Multiple national rankings place it in the top 10 cheapest cities in America. Cost of living is 15.5% below national. Housing is almost 40% cheaper. Healthcare runs 24% below national. That is not a typo. Read that number again. 24% below the national average for healthcare costs. In a state where insurance premiums are climbing 8% a year, that is not just affordable, that is a shield. One-bedroom rent averages $850 to $900. Budget. Rent, $875. Utilities, $180. Groceries, $260. Insurance, $25. Transport, $130. Healthcare, $60. Total, $1,530. That leaves $470. Cross-border healthcare in Reynosa can cut that healthcare number in half. McAllen has the best infrastructure in the valley. The medical district is expanding. Schools are well rated. The restaurant scene is excellent. The city has invested heavily in parks, trails, and public spaces. This is not a scrappy border town. It is actively building towards something. The trade-off. Summer heat is relentless. The economy is below state median for household income. San Antonio is 4 hours north. McAllen works best for someone who wants rock-bottom cost of living with genuine city infrastructure and cross-border healthcare access. Housing, 8. Healthcare, 8. Hidden costs, 8. Lifestyle, 7. Overall value, 9. Number 1. Temple. Temple sits in Bell County, Central Texas, right on Interstate 35, about an hour north of Austin and 2 hours south of Dallas. Population around 82,000. And the reason it is number 1 on this list comes down to 3 words: Baylor, Scott, and White. Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Temple is the flagship hospital of the largest not-for-profit healthcare system in Texas. This is not a small-town clinic. This is a level 1 trauma center with specialists in cardiology, oncology, orthopedics, neurology, the kind of healthcare infrastructure that cities 5 times Temple's size would envy. If healthcare access matters to you, and if you are living on $2,000 a month, it should. Temple has no equal on this list. 1-bedroom rent averages between $772 and $850. Studios start around $768. Median home price is approximately $230,000. The cost of living is 13% below the national average. Budget. Rent, $825. Utilities, $155. Groceries, $270. Insurance, $25. Transport, $130. Healthcare, $65. Total, $1,470. That leaves $530 from a $2,000 budget. $530 in monthly breathing room. And that healthcare line is conservative, because when one of the best hospital systems in Texas is in your backyard, your out-of-pocket costs tend to stay lower. Temple earned the nickname Wildflower Capital of Texas. In spring, the fields along I-35 turn blue and gold with bluebonnets and Indian paintbrush. Temple College is in town. The University of Mary Hardin Baylor is 10 minutes away in Belton. The historic downtown has been restored with local shops and restaurants. And here is the factor that separates Temple from every other city on this list: location. You are on Interstate 35. Austin is 66 miles south. Dallas is 130 miles north. Waco is 35 minutes away. You are not isolated. You are connected. To put this in perspective, the average rent in Austin, 66 miles south on the same interstate, is $1,750. In Temple, it is $825. Same I-35, same Central Texas weather, half the price. And Temple has a level 1 trauma center that Austin residents drive to when their own ERs are full. The trade-off. Temple is not exciting. The nightlife is minimal. The city is growing, but it is still a small city. 82,000 people means limited dining options compared to Austin or Dallas. Summers are hot, though not as extreme as West Texas or the Valley. And if you are looking for the cultural energy of a big city, Temple is not going to give you that. But if the question is, where does my $2,000 a month go the furthest, considering rent, utilities, groceries, healthcare, insurance, location, and quality of life, the answer, based on everything we researched, is Temple. Housing, 8 out of 10. Healthcare, 10, the highest on this entire list. Hidden costs, 8. Lifestyle, 6. Overall value, 9. 10 cities, 10 different compromises. None of them are Austin or Dallas or Houston, but every one fits inside a $2,000 budget with margin to spare. The question is not which city is cheapest, it is which compromise you accept. Heat, isolation, small town life? Pick your trade-off and the math works. If this video was useful, subscribe to Inside Texas. We cover all of Texas, the places to move toward and the places to stay away from.